Well, that was unexpected. I mean, I expected it, but that's because I played the game before. That's just ridiculous. And anyways, the van is just gonna get drove straight in and then fall straight down. Because, you know, that's totally how physics works. And we are finally inside the Cooper Vault. Let's see what there is for us once we're in here.
This place is amazing!
Yeah, it's gotta be like at least 100 years old.
An archaeological marvel!
Glad you boys are impressed, because it looks like I'll have to go on from here alone.
Do it, Sly. This place was built for you. We'll hold down the fort here.
Alright, and so Sly is going to go off into the main vault sanctum on his own. And now comes one of the more enjoyable challenges within the game. Not 3D. We're not going to be using 3D. But this is probably the single greatest platforming challenge to exist in the Sly Cooper series, and it's pretty great.
My ancestors sure knew how to decorate. Nothing but big piles of gold.
Anyways, the big gimmick, I guess, of the Cooper Vault is that you need to activate each of these pedestals, which will give you a little bit of a history of Sly's family. It's not overly important. That first one was Slyton Common. Thumbs up if you get the joke. Just kidding. Don't actually thumbs up for something that's not having anything to do with me.
Sir Galahad of the Knights of the Cooper Order.
But that is Sir Galahad of the Knights of the Cooper Order. And so those are just going to be existing throughout the area. And the gauntlet is basically going to be ever-increasing difficulty in platforming and just working your way through ridiculous challenges. And it's pretty great. I very much enjoy playing this area whenever I get the opportunity. And by whenever I get the opportunity, I mean whenever I'm like playing through the game. This is just like, I don't like just going back and playing individual levels if I can avoid it, because it doesn't feel as organic as actually playing the game properly. Also, something worth noting is that the treasure chests, especially, will have mad cash in them, but I'm not really going to be going out of my way to take care of those. And I didn't catch that guy's name, something of Arabia. I didn't mean to paraglide there. But something worth noting, I guess, is that a lot of these characters will appear in Sly 4, but I don't consider Sly 4 to be part of the main series just because it was made by a different team, and it was generally considered to be not as good as the previous Sly games. I've personally not played it. I've seen gameplay of it, and it seems like, as far as the mechanics go, as far as mechanics go, it's not terrible, but, am I gonna actually get any momentum anytime soon? As far as mechanics go, Sly 4 seems to be solid, but it's just a matter of things like the art and the story that are kind of not there compared to other Sly Cooper games. But again, I haven't played it, so I'm not going to judge so thoroughly and completely. But I am just going to move on and play this game, which is pretty great. Anyways, this area is gigantic hammers, and you just need to sidle along without getting crushed. And if you're standing right next to one and it like swings past you, then it will count as hitting you, and you'll need to pretty much start over from the very beginning of this area. So you are going to want to take this very slow and take as few chances as possible. I have learned that the hard way many different times. And can I stop getting stuck onto stuff like that? And I'm just gonna move quite easily along here. And let's see what lies ahead. And we've got another place, and it is Ryoichi Cooper.
Fire landing was perfected in feudal Japan by Ryoichi Cooper.
For the longest time, I thought that Ryoichi was a woman, which, I mean, there aren't really a lot of famous female Cooper people. So Ryoichi being a woman would have been fine, I guess. But I don't know. For some reason, well, like, not for some reason. The character is a man. I'm not gonna, like, say for some reason they made Ryoichi a man when they could have made them a woman. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I always thought Ryoichi was a woman, and it turns out I was wrong.
Sailed the seas and stole from pirates.
So
Guess I
we
better
are going
take
to
after her.
crawl along, and we just need to avoid the pirate laser beams, because, you know, pirates are well known for utilizing laser beam technology to keep their stuff secure. This is elementary school stuff. Isn't that what you learned in elementary school? Anyways, it's time for a really long rope slide. Whee! And now we're into money bags. This is Tennessee Kid Cooper,
Learn to slide along railroad tracks in the
and
West.
he is responsible for the rail walk and rail slide techniques. By the way, Ryoichi was responsible for the Ninja Spire jump technique, but I didn't specifically say that because it's not super important. I guess it kind of ties into the lore of the world, but who cares about the lore of Sly Cooper? We care about gameplay right now. Or at least I do. Can't speak for everyone. Anyways, for this one, we're just going to need to climb back and forth on these ropes and avoid getting crushed by these thingies. So, I'm going to move along here and then paraglide down. And as far as those giant piles of gold, you can, like, go up to them and land on them, and I'm pretty sure you can walk on them, but they don't, like, give you money or
Stomping
anything.
grounds for the most gentlemanly thief. Thaddeus Winslow.
Yeah,
Cooper.
Thaddeus Winslow Cooper is a guy who did stuff, which is pretty cool. And so now we are going to be in an area where these things will be opening up. And we just need to go through them properly. This is actually a pretty cool mechanic, I think. How when you land on this side, it'll spin around, and then you gotta go very quickly. And this is my favorite part and also the most frustrating part of the Cooper Vault. Basically, you've got to jump up, following the basic rhythm of the area, and it can be very demanding, but once you finally nail it for the first time, it is just so satisfying, let me tell you.
Otto von Cooper was a great fighter.
And so now I gotta head this way. And you can actually completely bypass that one with the paraglider, and you're going to have the paraglider by this point because it's a required power-up. So now we have got to jump across these without letting them chop us to gooey little bits. And it is as simple as that. And now it's Sly's father.
This must be my father's work. How am I supposed to get through this thing? He made this challenge for a move I've never learned. There's nothing like this in the Thieves Raccoonus. Come on, Dad. Help me out here.
And his dad helped out by making blue sparkly bits appear in the sky. And so yes, now Sly can canonically
Nice
run
work, Dad.
across laser beams. Oh, this game is so unrealistic. Anyways, we're here
This
at
must
the
be
end.
Inner sanctum. I wish Bentley and Murray were here for this.
Meanwhile, at the team van, once the loading screen finishes.
Do it, Sly. This place was built for you. We'll hold down the fort here.
This is going to be the payday of all time. Think of all the loot piled up back there.
Do you ever feel like you're playing second fiddle to Sly? Like he treats us as sidekicks?
No way! Sly's cool! We're all in this together!
Sure, we're all here, but are we equal? Who went into the vault? Sly. By himself.
Watch out!
Dr. M's goons? They must have forced the door after we opened the lock.
Think of it this way, Bentley. If it were you in that vault and Sly and I were out here, what would he do?
Stop these thugs and protect his friend.
Right, and that's what I'm gonna do. Keep your head down, stay clear. I'm gonna smash a lot of skulls, and I don't want yours to be one of them.
Alright.
Come and get it.
A lot of you have probably been wondering up until this point, because I've alluded to it before, that there was a scene later on in the game that made Murray into easily my favorite character. That was it right there. The fact that, in spite of the differences he has with Bentley and Sly, he's just so committed to helping his friends, and beyond that, it's just he's quotable, he's strong, he's fun to play, and he's all about Nakama, man. Frickin' Nakama. Shout out to One Piece. Anyways, it is time for a big brawl with Dr. M's goon things. And these are like Cobra Tigers, I guess? Yeah, Dr. M's goons are kind of odd, to say the least. Worth noting is that they do not die to Murray's two-hit combo, like most other guards, and the Tiger Snake ones actually have a singing attack not unlike Octavio's. So that is just something to keep in mind. And the alligator lobster ones, I guess that's what they're supposed to be. They can defend against your attacks if you attack them head on. So, Dr. M's guards are definitely among the more difficult to take on, but ultimately they're not a ridiculously huge challenge. And really, just die, please. And there are more, fine. But yeah. You finally know why Murray is absolutely my favorite character, and it's a lot of things, but that scene right there is definitely what cemented him as being my favorite. For all, I did not even close to press the ball form button move. Button move? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But strong character moments notwithstanding, let's just go ahead and finish taking these guys down. This is made a lot easier if you have some of the more advanced moves, but since I was pretty much running on a low gold run, basically, I don't have a lot of the advanced techniques, which would make this simpler, but it's okay. We can deal fairly simply with these guys. No problem. And I knocked that guy off the edge. Alright, we're down to the last three. And can I stop taking damage from stupid stuff? Alright. And since this guy's the last, I'm gonna make things a little bit embarrassing for this guy and just slam him down. And Murray teleported.
Down, and the Murray stands tall, like a freaking totem pole of strongism.
That's beautiful.
Murray, you're much stronger than McSweeney ever was.
That's right, plughead. I'm like a semi-truck with its brakes cut.
I don't have time to get in a screaming match with a caveman like yourself.
Then lock horns with me. Think you'll find I'm a better match.
I have no fight with you, Bentley. You and I are the same.
I gather you were the technical specialist working with Sly's father?
You knew Sly's dad?
Quiet, caveman. The adults are talking. That's right, Bentley. I know the pain you suffer working under your inferior.
It's no secret, I'm smarter than the other guys. But there's more to it than that.
Like what?
Like brotherhood.
Brotherhood? That's just what he wants you to think. It's a tool to keep you in line.
Now that's the thing that keeps us happy and alive. It's why I'm going to stop you.
And me too.
Fine, Koopa Gang. I tried.
Caveman attack!
Alright, so
Stronger than he looks.
this is kind of an interesting boss fight where basically what you need to do is grab these crystal thingies and put them onto his back.
Maybe if you took
And
the top of him and
once
put it
we
on top
do those,
of him,
then McSweeney will, not McSweeney. Dr. M will take damage. And so, now we need to use the grapple cam in order to do this thing. And I think that might have, yeah, that was actually a bomb. Grapple cam is on this button. And honestly, a grapple cam mission right here feels very out of place for me, but that might just be because I don't like using the grapple cam. Anyway, it's just going to take those guys down real quick and easy.
Now get another piece
And
of treasure on Dr. M's back.
Let's
Hurry's not
go ahead and put this onto Dr. M, like with the last one. So, we are just going to wait until the lightning fires, because I don't know if we can take damage from that. I don't think we can, but I've been surprised by stuff like this before. And no, I don't want to use that. I'll go ahead and take these guys down like so, and grab the crystal thingy. Gonna run around and put this onto Dr. M, get in position for the fourth one. And gonna go ahead and go back into the grapple cam. Shoot these guys. And there are progressively more of them, not that it really matters because you can take them all out super easily with the grapple cam. But this will be the last treasure, and then Dr. M will be donezo. Hopefully.
Well played, Bentley. But it was a meaningless gesture. According to the tracking device I planted on Sly's cane, he's just entered the inner sanctum. I can use the collected positional data to get through the gauntlet with ease.
That hall's for Coopers only.
Maybe it's time for men such as you and I to change all that.
He's getting away! What do we do?
I'll think of something. Just give me time.
You know something, Bentley?
What?
You think awesome.
Thanks, pal.
Murray's the greatest. Never doubt. Never doubt.
This is just overwhelming. Amazing. How'd Thaddeus make a flying machine in the 1800s? Bet this thing still works.
Oh, I'm sure it's operational.
Dr. M, glad you could see all this. I know you've been looking forward to it.
Looking forward to all this and your death.
Come on.
Alright, so it is time for a boss battle, and what we need to do is jump up here
Said no.
and hook onto his legs, I guess. His metal legs. And you're supposed to crawl under these tables, but I've found it's easier to just stand behind them. Well, they're not really tables, they're vehicles. And so, as far as this boss fight goes, there are going to be 4 phases, well, 3 phases rather, based on different elemental affinities. First is going to be water, so he's going to fire these bubbles at you. And they are going to be generally obnoxious, and all you're really going to want to do is avoid them. If you get caught by them, then you're going to have a bad time. And can I latch onto the thingy? Please, game, let me latch onto Dr. M. Okay, yeah. This is part of the frustrating thing about this battle. It has an issue sometimes actually getting onto what you're trying to do. So which one's going to open up? Alright, it's going to be this one. And so we're just going to need to stand behind it, wait for it to be destroyed, and then move on with the combat. And so next up is going to be lightning. And so what he's going to do is fire these balls of lightning at you. And in order to avoid these, I never really had to show it off. Basically, you're just going to want to go onto that part of the stage. I did a bad job of doing it. And now when he does his sliding move and his jumping move, he'll leave electricity behind, so you can't walk right up to him. This makes this fight really, really annoying, if I'm being honest. And you're really just going to want to dodge around and hit him as you can, but really you're going to want to focus on avoiding damage as much as possible. Alright, and will it be nice to me and let me latch on easily? It will! Hooray. And it's going to be this one this time. I can tell because I have ESP, and by ESP I mean there's only one left. And so now it's going to be fire, and he's going to shoot fireballs at you. In order to avoid them, I'm actually going to show this off correctly. You just need to get up over here, and they will blow up onto the side, and they're not going to be a big problem for you anymore. And now, when he uses his sliding and jumping attacks, they will cause fire death to follow, and he killed me. Anyways, you're going to want to avoid them. Is basically what I'm getting at. Anyways, back to that phase.
You've got some moxie, Sly. I'll give you that.
I don't know what went down between you and my father, but I'm telling you, it's not the same with me and Bentley.
You might be right. He risked his life to defend you.
I'd do the same for him.
Funny. Your father was never such a good friend.
We're all individuals. I might be part of all this, a member of the Cooper line, but in the end, I'm just me. Not Henriette, Thaddeus, Slight and Common, Ryoichi, or my father. Just Sly.
Please, keep your touchy-feely rhetoric to yourself. I can't stomach it. You Coopers, a bunch of dirty, attention-grubbing thieves! All of you, thieves!
Hold it right there! Both of you thieves are going to jail.
Nice to see you, gorgeous.
You too.
Oh, a love interest. I might be beaten, but I'll make you suffer.
Not her!
No one hurt my criminal.
And so it's time for the most comically easy boss fight of all time. You just shoot him a couple times. He's already on low health from his fight with Sly.
What happened?
Sly?
Where are we? What is this place?
Sly, can you remember anything?
No. Who are you? You look familiar.
I'm Inspector Carmelita Montoya Fox.
And who am I?
You're my partner, Constable Cooper.
Well, partner, we'd better get out of here. The ceiling's gonna go. Haven't got much time.
Let's go.
Sly! You in here? Sly? We watched as Dr. M just stood there, unwilling to leave as the walls caved in on the vault. He'd spent his life lusting over the Cooper fortune, and he wasn't going to give it up, no matter what the cost. Our exit was a little rough, but Murray managed to get us out just in time to witness the final fate of the Cooper legacy. It was a bittersweet moment. The end of the road always is. We both looked on, lost in our thoughts, thinking back on all the adventures that had brought us here. The people we'd met and places we'd seen. We'd worked for a long time to get Sly into that great vault, and now its secrets were hidden again, this time for good. I could only hope that he'd found what he was looking for in there. We searched every inch of the island for Sly, retrieving the gang one by one, only to make the surprising discovery that he didn't want to be found. As always, he'd left a calling card, only this time, it was worth millions. The months rolled by, and when Sly still hadn't shown up, Murray headed back east to complete his training with the Guru. Without Sly as our leader, for the first time we each had to step out on our own. A difficult thing. We'd been together ever since we met at the orphanage. To this day, Murray and I are still close. Recently, he's been trying to break into the pro racing circuit, stock van class. Things are looking good. He's got a unique talent for living through crashes other people would have found fatal. Just always bounces clear. And of course, there's Penelope, my new partner in crime. Let me tell ya, I'm in love. She and I have set out on a journey that I never would have dreamed up while running with Sly and Murray, although I hope our paths will cross again soon. So while this might be the end of our adventures together, it could be the start of something even bigger. Time will tell. Literally. 'Cause I'm building a time machine to find out.
Well, this was Sly 3. The Sly Cooper series as a whole, I mean, this is a really awesome game series that I grew up with. It easily stands out as one of my favorite series of all time. And finally having been able to play through and commentate over all of them, upload it to the internet, it's a really weird feeling. You can see with the credits, there's like a little bit of where the gang's
her future suitors. As of yet, she's still unmarried. Return to the Outback.